The thing about having 6 kids under the age of 7
You're hungry?
is that conducting an uninterrupted interview
She's climbing on the table.
is impossible.
Do you need some lovin'? What do you need? Oh, you're so thirsty.
But such is the happy chaos of the Kroll family.
A little crazy, but doable.
A family that only a few years ago might not have been kept together. That's because the 2 youngest, Grace and Hope, are actually cousins to the rest, brought here because their mother wasn't able to take care of them. Historically, Children's Aid would have placed the girls in a foster home with strangers.
Everybody went to foster care, and they'd miss out on everything that they should know, like their family.
But today, Sarnia-Lambton Children's Aid is fighting to keep children out of care, led by a woman the Krolls have never even met, Dawn Flegel.
Family-based care right off the hop was one of the priority areas.
In 2015, Dawn created a precedent-setting plan, Chasing Zero. Sarnia CAS wanted to reach 0 kids in care.
We're going to stop raising kids. That Children's Aid Societies as an institution, we shouldn't be parenting.
That meant no foster homes and, crucially, no group homes. Those are communal houses for vulnerable youth that often produce disastrous results.
I fundamentally reject the idea that there is no other option for a young person other than placing them in a group care.
Kids told Dawn how brutal group homes were, and she listened.
I feel like an inmate. I'd rather be in jail, not treated like a human being. Good morning, everyone.
What Dawn and her team did instead was take the money that would have been spent on expensive for-profit group homes and move it into prevention programs and supporting families.
We doubled the number of support workers, the workers who could go into family homes and help them with attachment, security, food cards, gas cards, budgeting, like whatever the family might need.
When biological parents weren't an option, extended family or kinship arrangements automatically became the next consideration. Today, the number of kids in care is down 50% from a decade ago, and Sarnia CAS hasn't placed a single child in a group home in 4 years. The only Children's Aid Society in Ontario to do that and sustain it.
That truly is spectacular. I do think that the example of a Sarnia is one that the collection of Children's Aid Societies should take a closer look at.
In Sarnia's youth court, a local judge saw the impact. The number of cases involving kids in care dropped, she said. But Sarnia CAS has become a victim of its own success because its provincial funding is calculated in part by how many kids are in care. It's lost over $1 million from its annual budget.
Yeah, it's not a great feeling right now.
Putting the very prevention work which enabled its success at risk.
You can't have a funding model that is completely misaligned with the outcomes that you want to see.
Ontario's Ministry of Children claims its funding model provides full financial flexibility, but Dawn says with fewer kids in care, there's still less money overall. Despite this, she's unwavering in her commitment to do things differently. And to keep families like the Krolls together. Carolyn Jarvis, Global News, Sarnia.